Welcome to this week's Bushel Up. We are outside. I'm in my happy place. The sun's shining. The wind's blowing up a little bit, so hopefully you're able to get a little bit of spraying. If you're still finishing up that burn down, getting some soybean pre-emerge herbicides on, keep after that. I know a lot of you with the 80 degrees predicted this weekend maybe are chomping at the bit to get some planting going. I know you get down south, there's been a few planters rolling. Soil temps are still less than ideal. We're in that mid 40 to lower 40s range. We've been cooling down quite a bit at nights. We do expect that to change. We're looking at a nice warm up going into the weekend, but then cooling back off. So, plant at your own risk, not the perfect window, but hopefully we'll see some conditions continue to improve. We're still early April. We're not even in the double digits in April, so we got plenty of time ahead of us. Some of you choosing to go with soybeans early, I do want to talk about some key points there. I do get a lot of questions about what's the ideal population. I always make sure you lean on the heavier side if you're planting early. We don't know what kind of attrition rate we might have if we cool down. Emergence tends to be a little tougher as we plant soybeans into 40-degree soil temps. And have to wait for that warm up. So a couple things, make sure you got good seed treatment packages on. I know that's what we do when we go early. When you look at population, I'm still in that 140,000 population range, 120 to 140. Understand there's a lot of variability in germination on soybeans. There's a lot of factors, crusting, what's your planting conditions, are you narrow row drilling, 15-inch rows? Do you have that pushing power coming out of the ground? If you're in clay, sand, that's not as important. If you do go to the lower populations, please understand that one of the benefits of doing that is that you're wanting to create some spacing between those soybeans. So if you're still double and triple dropping, or you're getting skips out there and you're dropping population, got to watch out, because you're going to create maybe a bigger problem for yourself and not see the benefits of getting that branching and not getting beans as tall, stacking nodes a little better that we look for with some of the lower populations and earlier planting. So keep that in mind when you choose your plant population. Understand what's my seed treatment package, what's my planting conditions, what's my overall emergence going to be on these soybeans, what's the rating, and factor that all in. So that plus the weather will lead to your final stand. But remember, if you're going to start dropping populations, really the benefit is get that spacing. You can't just go slop them in. You got to be a little more precise with what you do. Make sure your planter can handle that. Talking about finishing up field work here, right behind me you see the pivot. We've had to work some fields this spring. I've been talking to you. This is your biggest friend. Some of you guys that have cover crops, I've already heard you talking about, hey, we got to get them killed off. They're taking up a lot of moisture. I've seen a few pivots running. The big rain we were supposed to get this weekend turned into a big dud. And so we got to have these tools ready to go. So hopefully you've had them serviced. I'm going to have a little conversation with David. Ours isn't ready to go, but it will be before the planter rolls. He wants to get going with the planter. I'm like, well, guess what you get to do tomorrow, David? Service a pivot, then we'll worry about planting. Make sure you do things in the right order so you got this thing ready to go in case we need it for herbicide activation, for emergence, and just if we don't get that rain. So mostly we have good topsoil moisture, but subsoil still a concern. So we're still praying for rain. We'll take anything we can get, even if it slows planting progress. Everybody stay safe out there. We got plenty of time. Keep it slow. Do a good job. Do it right the first time. And we wish you the best of luck as you go into planting season.